Hey bro, what's up? I'm gonna tell you exactly how to quit vaping in 2 weeks. And this is because I fucked up many times. I'm talking probably hundreds of times on NoFap. Just because of how much of a fucking horny dog I was, dude. It was so mind blowing of how a fucking 8-year old can like do the shit that I did, dude. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I was always fucking horny, dude. I remember I was exposed to porn at a very young age, okay? 8 years old to be exact. I remember searching through cable on my parents' all access pass, right? And I come across the steamy Playboy channel. And I'm like, this is going to be interesting. And I remember like getting excited when you first see your adult content or experience. Usually this is supposed to be reserved for like the woman you fuck. But no, when you see porn, it does the same effect because your brain doesn't comprehend that these are pixels on the screen. And it says like, oh, vagina. It doesn't comprehend. We have not evolved there yet to differentiate a screen from an actual woman. So I see this and like this energy runs through my body, dude. I'm like all tingly and shit. My little baby dick is like, like, I can't handle it. I get all excited. And I remember for a while, even though I was all excited, I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know what fapping really was. I just knew watching porn was felt good. So not until 8 years later, at the age of 16, that I finally realized what jerking off really was. I remember, I'm sitting there watching Overwatch porn. I was a huge gamer at this time as well, so I was like, fuck yeah, the holy trifecta. Eat shit, play video games, and jerk off. That was my fucking life. And I remember like looking at this shit. I'm looking at some OW action, dude. And I get this idea in my head. I'm like a fucking caveman who just discovered fire. I'm like, I'm all like getting ready. And I remember it felt good. Like, I'm like, it felt fucking good. But I still didn't finish. I didn't understand. I didn't know what an orgasm was. Fast forward a week, I have this idea that pops into my head again. And I'm like, what if I keep going? I'm like, yes. And I do just that. I start fapping. And I keep going. And I'm like, oh, this feels good. And it starts to build. And all of a sudden, I cream. And that shit was painful, dude. And I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm not like yanking my dick like Laffy Taffy, dude. I'm not fucking playing the banjo with it. It hurt. Like the intensity was just too much for my little body to handle. And I remember I like double over in pain. I'm like, oh shit. I ain't ever doing this shit again. And my brain's like, no, we are. We're gonna do this shit again. So I give up pleasure for like a couple days and go back to it. I'm like, oh, okay, this doesn't feel so bad. And then I get used to it. I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty good. And I didn't hear about FAP, no FAP, until about 2 years after that. When I'm 18 years old, I'm like, okay, no FAP. What is this supposed to do? And I start reading up on the benefits and I start reading up on what it is. Now, I still think that a lot of the whole, well, you get like super confident and women just cannot help but make eye contact with you. And every woman just throws themselves at like, this is not what fucking happens. Okay. And I know this because I went like 2.5 years straight on NoFap. And yes, that's another story at like towards the end where I'll talk about how I broke it or whatever. But that does not mean I went back to fapping. I'm just going to continue with this. Hold on. So I had a lot of experience with this. The whole benefits, like yes, there are benefits, but it's not the same. So fuck. It's not the same as what Reddit will tell you. Okay. So I learned about NoFap and I could not get it. I tried and I tried and I tried. And my biggest problem were even days. What is an even day? Okay, so first day, I'm like, I'm chill, I'm good. Okay, my dick is not even hard. I'm good. I got this. The second day, god damn it, I feel like humping a fucking pillow. Like I cannot control myself. Okay, I just cannot do it, and I fucking lose. I'm gonna do it again. Second day, lose. Second day, lose. Second day, lose. I get past the second day. Third day, I'm good. Fourth day, oh fuck, I lose again, and it just keeps doing this. Okay, so it's like 2 days. I'm done for each time. And I keep doing this cycle. The most I ever got was like day 30, right? And even then, it was like some edging in there. So I was like, I never truly completed NoFap. That was until years later, about 3 years later to be exact. I'm at the age of 21, and it was in 2021 where I had a very bad experience with this girl that I absolutely fucking loved at that time. Right? No, we never had sex. We weren't even like boyfriend girlfriend. We weren't like close. We didn't, she I was a simp too, so she didn't really like fucking love me or anything. I had feelings for her. It was one sided. But I remember when we stopped talking, it was devastating for me. I fucking was demolished, dude. And all I did every single day for a year straight was fap 3 to 4 times a day, play video games, eat shit, and watch Netflix, dude. So that's all I did. It was hell. And you would think it shouldn't be that bad. All you do is give yourself pleasure. It is horrible when there is no struggle. And by struggle, I mean like there is no struggle to do anything with your life. I just wanted to die, basically. Like pleasuring yourself that much, there's no nothing, there's no value, there's no struggle, there's nothing for you to live for, except getting your next fix. And then I remember a year later, I started looking up self improvement. And now this still tied in with her because I'm like, I'm going to improve myself to the fullest. I'm going to be the best man I can be for her. So I said, and I made a promise to myself, the next time I finish, if it's not in her, I won't finish at all. And I ran with it. I said, if it's not in her, I'm not going to finish at all. I ran and I stuck with it. For a long time, I did not fap. I didn't even look at porn. I did not look at myself. I did not touch myself. Well, of course, I had to like dry off with a towel and shit. You get what I'm saying? But I started working out. I started eating right. I started pushing myself to do better. I started learning, about money, finances, and self improvement and everything, and it got me far. And I do contribute that to NoFap because first off, it saves a lot of time. But another thing that helped me tremendously with NoFap is I identified my triggers. Right. So first off, playing video games. Okay, at this time still I was playing video games a lot. Overwatch characters. I had to cut the gaming down a shit ton because first off, come on, if you don't know what they look like, look it up. Secondly, Instagram. Instagram is, if you're not watching Pornhub, the second best thing is Instagram, dude. There are thousands of hot ass women on there with their ass in your face as soon as you scroll. You just scroll, there's ass, 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 dude. It's ridiculous. Okay, it's like a funnel to Pornhub. Okay, this another thing. I unfollowed all women that would turn me on. Okay, like even now, like do not follow if you have problems controlling yourself sexually. Do not follow women that are going to turn you on. Do not follow Jenna Ortega. Do not follow fucking Ice Spice. Okay, and that's just the celebrities. Do not follow any thirst traps whatsoever, dude. That's a one way ticket to go back to fap. And it's so ridiculous, dude. So I identified my triggers and I cut that all out. A third thing was that it's a mental battle, right? It's not you who wants this. Do you really sit down and say, yeah, you know what, I want to jerk off, stroke my dick right now, instead of like pushing yourself to be with the actual woman? No, no, it's an urge. It's an urge because it feels good. So I would say, hey, okay, this is not me who wants this. This is just an urge. So I would fight the urge. Every time I would get it, I would fight it. I would go and stay clear from the bathroom or anywhere that I would do my business. So I would go to outside, I would go walk around. And this is where I discovered my love for walking, dude, because when I would walk, it would give me this mental clarity. I loved walking so much that even to this day, I will walk and I enjoy just doing 10,000 steps a day. Right. So I just continue just walking. And that helped me like transsexual mutate all that energy. And that leads me to my fourth point. Transsexual mutation does exist. I will say, as stupid as that sounds, like it does exist because when I feel it, like when I truly feel like that turn on, dude, I'm like, I feel like a fucking dog in heat, dude. It feels like here, it's in my gut. I feel that pain in my gut, right? It's like this heat, it's a ball of heat, right? And it's like moving. And I'm not trying to like get into all the bullshit. Like it's not like astrology, energy type shit. No, but you truly feel like it's your blood pumping. Okay, you go scientific about it. It's like your blood pumping. Now maybe there's somebody who knows more about this. If anybody like a scientist or whatever watches the video or whatever, but you feel this type of heat in your body, and that is contributed to energy. Let's just say that, okay? And you pretty much decide where it goes. Okay, if you start thinking of, and it's usually in your head too, like you feel it, you start thinking of something horny in your head, you see something that it's gonna turn you on, it's in your head, and it's in your stomach, and it's in your balls. Instead of giving into it and thinking like, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, she's hot, and I'm gonna start like flicking my dick. Think of something else, like drastic, like shift your mind, shift your body, like literally shift your body out. Think of something. So open up a tab on your computer. Okay, flip open your book and start writing down a business idea, or just drop down and start doing push-ups. And once you change your thoughts, this is true. Once you change your thoughts of, instead of thinking of fapping, or instead of thinking that hot ass girl, or instead of thinking of, I could clap some cheeks right now, think of something that you would like to, an interest of yours that is not a woman, and it will actually put energy into it. You will feel more enticed into it. That really works. I'm not lying. This is like, like one of the top, like S tier type of things you can do when you're fapping. Like that is a great thing to do, and that's what honestly helped me a lot with fapping. And that's how I like pushed forward in self improvement. Now, of course, everyone lags. I'm not even gonna say that I was perfect on self improvement. I had my ups and downs, but that of transmutation of energy drastically increased my odds of success with certain goals. And the last thing, and I would say the most important thing about shit, the most important thing about NoFap is that it gets easier. Yes, that may sound dumb as fuck. That may sound like, wow, that's anticlimactic. But no, it gets easier because each time you fight the urge, you gain strength against it. Now, it's always going to be there. There is no completely getting over it, there's no complete fighting it. It will always be with you, right? Because we are hardwired in our brains. We want sex, we want to finish, we want the hotness, right? We want to see a hot woman and just like have sex with her or whatever. Okay, we're drawn to that shit, especially as men. But it always gets easier. You will control it more and more every time you fight that urge. And it may seem impossible at times. It may be hard, but the more you fight it, the more you will gain strength over it. Like it's just impossible for you to be like, oh, I'm weak against it. It has me, my like your brain doesn't force your hand on your dick. Okay, you pretty much get coerced into doing it. So if you fight it, think of it as being manipulated by yourself. Okay, like you're basically raping yourself, dude. Like think of it like that. You're being not forced, but you're being manipulated by your own thoughts into touching yourself. Okay, like it's really that simple. Like you have full control over your actions. Yes. Now it is a power struggle between those thoughts and you. And I promise you, the longer you stay on it, the more you fight against it, the better chances you will get of succeeding. Now, of course, you're gonna fuck up, but that doesn't mean, it doesn't give you the thought of like, well, okay, I better like, okay, rub one out now and I'll do it tomorrow, or like, oh, okay, if I give into it, it's not that bad. Like, no, hold yourself accountable 100%. Like that is extremely important as well. Accountability is probably the most important thing out of all of that, over anything actually. Like any self improvement, self accountability is like number one. It is key. But it does get easier with time and with practice. Just like anything you do. I don't. If you want to fucking, fuck, what's a skill? Like a extremely hard skill. Let's say you want to play the piano or the fucking flute. Okay, you want to dance the fucking hopscotch. What the fuck? It's not a dance. You will get good at it with time. Just like anything, you will get good at it. I don't care what it is. It's a skill. So you will get better. And this is also a skill. The brain is like a muscle. It's like it isn't a muscle. I'm not sure. But you will get better, dude. You will. Okay, so that's all I got to say for this one. This is an uncut, probably weirder video. I hope you guys like take some kind of entertainment or knowledge from this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.